Okay, so today we're going to be doing some practice for the, I think it's called the MOST test here in New South Wales. It's the learner to ease test for your motorcycle. So I've been on my L's for about 3 months now, which is the minimum that you need to be on your L's to be able to do the P's test. Now, there's a couple of things. I will be doing this P's test on my Kawasaki Vulcan. Now, they normally recommend that you rent their 125 tiny little things, because there's a few maneuvers that are, well, considerably easier on their little 125s that they, generously hire out for almost $200 for the day. Now, I'm a bit of a tight ass, and I absolutely love my Vulcan. I'm comfortable on my Vulcan, and I'm a little bit stubborn as well. So what I'm going to aim to do is obviously do the test on the Vulcan, which means that I need to get a lot of practice in, because it's a little bit harder to do the U-turns. I'm guessing it will be harder to do the cone weaving. I haven't really set cones up and practiced, but I for sure have been practicing the U-turn. Now, I believe the U-turn is 6.1 meters that you need to actually turn between. That's just over a car park of two car parks. So I go to this spot down here. It's kind of like a bit of a local, there's a football area, there's a BMX racetrack, there's a skate park, but there's a huge car park there, and normally that's where I've seen a few other people on their L's practicing this. It's a little bit windy at the moment. I'm not sure how the audio quality is. I'm still kind of working the audio out for these vlogs, especially when I'm going a little bit faster. The audio probably gets blown out a little bit, so hopefully that last segment there wasn't too bad. Yeah. So yeah, I am a learner rider. I've ridden motorbikes growing up a lot. I used to ride like dirt bikes a lot when I was younger, so I've always had the feel for bikes. I'm 32, so I got my license at a much older age than most. I remember when I was going for the skills, you need to do like a 2-day course here in New South Wales before you get your license. Like pretty much everyone in the course was like 10, 15 years younger than me. There's a cool little pump track there, but I'm gonna go towards the back here to this large empty car park. I'm not sure if I'm going to film myself doing the MOST test. I think that's what it's called. I'd like to maybe try, but I'm not sure what their attitude is towards that sort of thing. But it would be interesting to see if I pass or fail. So yeah, here's normally where I come to practice for the L's test. Big empty space, so we can do, someone's come and done some burnouts. We can do a few different practice runs for things. I definitely want to practice the quick stop, so I normally get to about 30 kilometers and then practice my quick stops, practice my progressive braking, I could probably stop quicker. Let's try a bit more quicker progressive braking. There we go. It's always pretty gnarly on your wrist when you're practicing the progressive braking. I get a sore wrist at the best of times. When I'm practicing a few goes after that, my wrist just starts going, please don't do that. So here's the thing though. Practicing the U-turn on this Vulcan. Unfortunately, I can do it going left better than I can do it going right. Like if I try it left, I could normally, oh, there's a foot down. Can normally do it just a bit better on the left, but I'm pretty sure they make you go right when doing it in the actual test. So, look, I don't know if that's 6.1 meters. I think the car park's just under it. I feel if I get the turn going, but if I speed up, I feel like I'll overshoot the mark a bit. Like it's like I have to get even more lean going. Like that's a good U-turn. Like I'm doing a good U-turn, but the problem is the size. Like I don't know if that's 6.1 meters. Here we go. Oh, that was nice. That was much better. I think once I come in, I've got to swing and lean. Ooh, okay, I almost slipped on that damn stick there. I've got to be careful. I do not want to slide out on this and swing, lean, and I overshot it, I think. They're all about you got to do the looking thing. I don't know if that helps. Probably does. Let's try and look. I mean, I've just overshot it. Let's just try again. Foot down. I think if you put your foot down in it, they only deduct 1 point and you can still pass, but you have to pretty much get everything else perfect. I think as I'm starting to feel like I'm about to fall, I need to just release the clutch and give it more speed, but I feel like if I give it more speed, I overshoot the mark. Let's try. It's just that end bit. Maybe I can just try and lean and full lock it more. Oh, and okay. So if I get that was alright then, but the foot was down. So if I need to lean more there. Yeah, see that's bloody tough, man. Especially on this big Vulcan. Am I counter leaning? I don't know if I want to counter lean or lean in with it. Feels like better to like lean in with it. Nah. I feel like I'm gonna have to do like a counter lean thing. Oh, that's actually wasn't too bad. I'm keen to actually watch this footage back and see if that wasn't too bad. They were just counter leaning. Oh. You know what? I mean, like, I'm doing a good U-turn, I feel. Like, it's a decent U-turn. But when it comes to within the actual 6.1 meters, oh, look, they're on those Sauron things. That girl is on the back of that thing with no helmet on. It's pretty dangerous, if you ask me. There's so many of those things around now. And they're called, what, Saurons? Or there's probably, like, a knockoff version of them and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, I think this test, if I was to do it on like one of the little 125 Honda things that they have, it'd be probably a bit easier. I've seen a video of one guy just like literally just doing a little turn, easy turn. But I mean, they charge you $200 to rent the damn thing, and you know, I just don't think that's right. Okay, so if I could do that, I feel like I could get away with that. Like I just put one foot down, because like, I don't want to drop this thing. But that's pretty good. Like, that's got to be 6. I don't know how many meters that is. I don't know how many meters that is. That's not too bad. I've put my foot down there, but I feel like we could get away with doing that. Overshot it a little bit. I've spent quite some time practicing this, so it's going to be interesting to see how we go in the test. And then there's like the cone weave. You got to do, it's literally cone weave into the U-turn, from what I've seen other people doing it online. And the cone weave doesn't look too fun on this thing either. I don't even know. Like, I'm probably going way too wide here. I need to practice my counter leaning. That's a pretty solid counter lean, I think. See, it's just, I think you got to pick up the speed when you do it full lock. Oh, it's sketchy, man. It's sketchy. And the sketchy part is I feel like I'm going to drop my bike, and I don't want to do that. The things you do to get your motorbike license, huh? Things you do to upgrade from a restricted 650 Vulcan, which I don't know if I'm ever going to de-restrict and do pipes and stuff, because honestly it just loses the value, because a lot of people just want these for their L's. I would like to see what this bike's full potential would be. You know, if I'm ever going to keep this one, maybe I will. Oh yeah, there's a swerve you got to practice as well. There we go. I just pick some objects on the ground and I just try and swerve around them. There's one there. Woo, 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 woo. The swerves are fun. Swerves are fun. The U-turns are not. The U-turns are not fun. Oh, oh. Just pointing at the bike. Always got to be nice. Give it a little wave. You know, show the next generation that us bikers are friendly guys. It's not the old crowd anymore, I don't think. Alright. I think that's going to be it. I might pot around a little bit more and practice. It does take it out of you a little bit, actually. I don't know if it's like in the hands, like definitely like when you're braking really fast like that, it's not fun. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today, I think. I have my test in like a week's time, so I'm going to review this footage. Any tips out there, if you guys want to offer any, like, I'm happy to just, you know, leave a comment, leave a like, because yeah, it'll help. I've got to do the Osmo test on this thing, so yeah. Wish me luck. Peace.